A kind day to you all. I am Kinsmark, and I have an announcement. Changes are coming to the channel over the next few weeks. The first change is, I just rolled out a new channel logo, and I am incredibly proud of this thing. I think it's sharp as hell. I've had the chevron coat of arms style design in mind for a long time, like a year plus, and I just couldn't come up with an arrangement to make it work till just a few days ago. And cheers to our community over on Discord for helping me fine-tune this thing. You guys and your input made all the difference. The first significant announcement I have is I am launching a side channel, an archive channel for our live streams called Last Level Livestreams. Because consulting our analytics, the writing is on the wall and it's clear, carved, and scrawled across the numbers. Livestream exports are hindering this channel's progress, and they just aren't a good idea for inclusion here anymore. I think they were when I first started archiving our exports, because the thinking was then that since in those days channel growth algorithms were audience retention driven, I figured even though exports generally get smaller view counts, the small number of people who do watch them tended to do so in long sessions. Because if you click on a 3-hour video, you know what you're in for. So the retention stayed relatively high, and I thought helped us out and allowed us to cater to several different demographics of content duration preference at once, widening our audience. Well, whether I was ever right about that or not, and I have a suspicion that it's probably the latter, the algorithms changed since then, and at this point, clicks, influx, and evergreen content are the primary driving force for channel growth as far as I can tell, as is sticking consistently to formats that perform well. It seems like having a lot of variance in one's content is hampering a lot of channels and favoring those who stick to one style of show, though that's always subject to the changing winds of YouTube's whims and daily adjustments to the algorithm, so here we are. And in the interest of continuing to provide consistent content for you all, rather than cutting live stream exports, I'm moving them, making a channel just for them, and that's where they'll get posted from now on. And Violeta has accepted the task of moving our entire existing archive over there as well, and volunteered for it actually. As I was chatting with her about this, I mentioned that I so wished, because it is a mountain of work, that I could just afford to hire an intern and tell them, you do it, because it is so much work, and she just said, alright. So leave her some love in the comments, because I pretty much just handed her a day job for the next few weeks so that I can concentrate on content duration. And I say weeks when I really should actually say months, because this is only the first such announcement like this to come in the next few weeks. The channel is evolving, it's expanding, and there is more migration to come. However, we are taking this one section, one channel at a time, so as not to overwhelm ourselves or our audience. Because I know you guys wouldn't appreciate all the constant announcements and changes and migrations and all that, so we're taking this one step at a time. So keep an eye out for further announcements in weeks to come, and as much work as it is, and seriously, it is a lot, because there is no automatic content migration service from one channel to another on YouTube, I'm actually quite happy with this decision. To launch a side channel, to compartmentalize, to actually start functioning as the network I always pictured for LLP's future, because honestly, I think it's an overdue move. I think I should have done this a lot sooner, actually. I know a lot of folks tell you, if you're an entrepreneur, don't compare yourself to other people, to successful people. You just do you, and you'll get there eventually, and honestly, I think that's a naive perspective. Comparing yourself as a person to the people who've succeeded at the things you want to do isn't a great idea. That isn't healthy. However, comparing yourself professionally, comparing your systems, your methods, your approach to your work to theirs, that can make all the difference, because you can learn from their expertise, you can see what works, you can extrapolate or even just emulate their methods and learn how they got where they are, how they stay there, and how to move forward yourself. So in this instance, I mean, look around. So many channels export their live streams to alternative side channels. Game Theory, Gopher, Team 4-Star, etc. And there's a reason they do that. Several, in fact. Algorithmic synergy, audience preference, minimization of subfeed spam. One can pick and choose what type of content one wants to see, even from the same creator. So I think this is a solid compromise, because I made myself and you guys a promise that I would never allow monetizability of content to change my creative process. And this allows me to stay true to that, because I can still create whatever I want to create, and I don't have to change anything as far as the show you're seeing is concerned. I'm just changing where you're seeing it, where I'm putting it. So that way I can stay true to my ethics and approach this a little more realistically as a professional venture, because it is a numbers game here on YouTube after all, now more than ever. So click on that card, oh yeah, shameless plug, and the link in the description, and subscribe to Last Level Livestreams to help us get started there. And for anyone concerned that all this extra work going into the channel expansion is going to impact the release schedule, fear not! I let the channel go silent this past week because I wanted to concentrate completely on our plans moving forward, to get some of the groundwork laid, the logos designed, channels made, etc. So we shall now resume your regularly scheduled programming this coming week. Because as Vi has said, she's finally comfortable accepting and settling into her role as the acting COO of Last Level Press, and so I'm leaving a lot of the channel administrative tasks in her capable hands now, so I can just concentrate on the camera, on creation, on you guys, and the things I make for you. So you can actually expect more content to come of all this, because it means that Tuesdays and Thursdays are no longer live stream export days on the channel proper. Those slots are now open, so other more conventional episodes will fill those days, which will actually help me get through series a lot faster, because it means I can release more episodes of them each week and keep things rolling along a little more smoothly for everyone. So one last announcement for today. In celebration of all this, I'm also rolling out a completely new set of channel merch over on Spreadshirt. Ah yeah, shameless plugs abound in this announcement. Shirts, hoodies, mugs, more, etc. So check those out. Get yourself or your friends a little family, a little something for the holidays. That sentence got super slurred. I'm keeping it anyway. We're doing it live! And help us out here at the same time. And these, I don't mind actually sharing something, because you actually get something for it. So anyway, let me know as well if there are any other types of products you'd like to see in there, and I'll see if I can make it happen. So comments, let me know. Thank you all kindly for watching. On that note, I am Kinsmark here at Last Level Press, and as always, I wish you all good gaming and Godspeed. And I think it's only fitting, considering the occasion, to mark this announcement with another round of callouts for our generous supporters. On Patreon, we have Jeremy Snyder, Scarlet565, Chris Burns, Patricia, and Bobman. And on Twitch, we have Grendel of Cialbrand, Ghost Protocol, Celtic Knight, Chris the Pyro, Miss TARDIS, Cotton_TM, and the Shield family. I cannot thank you all enough. You guys are the heart and soul of this channel, and these days more than ever, you keep it alive. So thank you all, and I'll see you in the next one.